30th, 2024 for the city of Alpharetta, Georgia. Note for the record that all members of council are present and accounted for except for Councilman Hypes, who will not be able to join us this evening. As always, we begin our meetings with a Pledge of Allegiance, so if you're willing and able, please stand and join us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next item up on our agenda is the presentations and proclamations. This evening we have a proclamation for James Drinkard. And so I'll ask that James join me up front, and any council members who would like to join me, feel free to come up as well.
Your shots.
Yes. 6 or 7 is not bad. 6%.
And any of the other staff members that would like to come up, feel free. Chris, would you like to join us? Might as well. A small crowd here. Most of us are here in appreciation for Mr. Drinkard and his service to the city of Alpharetta. Chris, is there anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, I would. Just you can't ask me if I just want to say something to me say no. So, do what? No, nothing to be scared about. It's been great working with James years ago and again for these last couple of years. I don't know how I would have had an easy transition into the organization and been welcomed. He's just a wealth of knowledge. He's got that historical perspective that's going to be hard to not have next door. Hopefully he still takes my calls when I pick up the phone and dial, and I think he will. But, this staff is just, over the years, we've all learned James-isms that we've all had some fun with. And hopefully tonight, some of that's reflected in the proclamation that the mayor's going to read. So it was with all of the best of intentions and the warmest hearts that some of the team here helped in some of the whereas clauses tonight. So I'll just say thanks for welcoming me and for making that as easy as it could be. And frankly, I think we made a pretty good team. So good luck in Warner Robins. They're lucky to have you, and you'll do great things.
Sure.
I didn't think Donald would turn down the mic.
No, not with this one, no. James knows where all the bodies are buried here. You've got so much institutional knowledge. I mean, that's a better way of saying it, but you probably do know where all the bodies are buried too. But it's been like a family member. I mean, 12 and a half years. Jimmy's shaking his head too. It's you get so close, and it's like we're losing a brother in so many ways. But like I told you, I feel like James is taking so much to Warner Robins. They will be so blessed to have him and his knowledge and what you're going to do for that city. And it's our loss, but their gain. And I wish you nothing but the best.
Thanks, Marty. When I first got elected, James was probably the most welcoming when it came to figuring things out and helping. And so I remember chatting up a little conversation with him one time early on. I said, "Have you got any children?" He says, "No, I got council members." I didn't know what he meant right away, but I 100% know what he's talking about now. So, James, thank you for all the years, and I look forward to keeping in touch and your continued growth in your career.
Well, I've known James since I joined council back in 2001. Probably been here as long as you've been with the city, James, serving the city. And we've had some great times together, some great debates on council that James sat through. So some wee morning hour meetings at 2 or 3 in the morning. Remember those days? He experienced the removal of a sitting city council member which was kind of the first time, I think, in Alpharetta history, and thank God it hasn't happened since. But in all sincerity, James has been so much part of the development of this city, so much part of the values and the culture that we thrive to be as a city of Alpharetta. He's touched every employee, many of the directors sitting in the audience here today, and has made a very positive impact. He will be sorely missed by the city, but Warner Robins is blessed to receive him because they're going to be so much better off having James Drinkard at the helm, and I wish you the best of luck.
So, James is also a Georgia Southern grad, so we share that. And we won. We did, and they won this weekend. Absolutely.
Beat that other.
And I want to say seriously, we're taking this as a lighthearted opportunity to congratulate him on his service to the city of Alpharetta. We have been blessed over the years to have dedicated employees. But I can look at you and say, there is absolutely no person that's ever worked for the city of Alpharetta that was more dedicated to the people of this community and this organization. And that's what I'll always remember, is when things go wrong, he didn't just try to fix it, he took it personally to make it a mission to get it fixed. And you'll never know how many nights he spent in this building when there were hurricanes or ice storms and things like that. And so we have a little fun in the proclamation, but I want everyone to know and appreciate the fact that James has done a tremendous job for the people of this city and everybody in this organization, and we'll always be grateful for that.
Thank you, sir.
You're quite welcome, sir. So this is a proclamation by the Mayor and City Council of the City of Alpharetta, Georgia, recognizing Assistant City Administrator James Drinkard for his service and celebrating his retirement. Whereas on July 17th, 2000, James Drinkard began serving the City of Alpharetta. He has been an integral part of growing the city, guiding and serving its leaders, developing its employees, and listening and communicating with its residents. He has been an influential part of every city department and has worn many hats, but he is most recently known for his commitment and citywide impact as the city's Assistant City Administrator. And whereas it is incredibly likely that James Drinkard often woke up and went to bed contemplating a crisis that may or may not have been brewing somewhere in the city, he successfully navigated the public's demand for transparency and helped foster trust among the city of Alpharetta residents, business owners, and stakeholders. And whereas James Drinkard often made it his mission to promote the positive impact of Alpharetta's public safety department by highlighting their team's individual successes and by keeping our community apprised of impactful public safety incidents. Through his marketing and communication expertise as the city's Chief Public Information Officer. And whereas for many years James Drinkard performed as the Master of Ceremonies and the MCs during special events for the city of Alpharetta, his quick wit and punny jokes will always be remembered. For example, on one particularly cold December night during the city's annual holiday tree lighting, a very talented saxophone player finished a great rendition of a classic holiday song, to which James commented to the crowd, "Now that was some hot sax." And it's in ink. Whereas James Drinkard was always a champion of technology and a dependable source of accurate information, he is known for his knowledge, reliability, and natural tendency to provide guidance in every situation. And whereas during his tenure overseeing the Human Resources Department from 2008 to 2019, James Drinkard crafted a legacy so intricate that it ensured job security for generations of human resources staff with a lifetime supply of head-scratching, creative problem-solving, nostalgic reflections on his one-of-a-kind human resources practices, and his all-networked employee email messages. His emails were clear, informative, and appropriate to the topic, sometimes quite novel-like in their length, but his emails were always ones that employees wanted to read or laugh about later, especially that time when his email encouraged everyone to stop microwaving fish. And whereas James Drinkard kept the city's public works projects moving forward by actively assisting with right-of-way communications and negotiations, James could often be seen leaving City Hall to head out into the community to meet with a property owner or go scope out where an incident might have been reported via SeeClickFix. He often prepared community outreach documents to communicate to the masses when public utilities were out of service, when traffic was impacted by road closures, when it was necessary for residents to know how many pounds of doo-doo Alpharetta dogs do daily, or when the city's deer population chose not to cross the road where the deer crossing signs are located. These are real.
Yes, they are.
Whereas James Drinkard is known to everyone as their go-to person. He is someone we rely upon for expertise, assistance, and problem solving for any and all tasks. The person we go to when we are trying to remember what happened 20 years ago or need historical information about X, Y, or Z, we will truly miss having James at City Hall, and especially having him a few doors down when we want to talk, or our go-to person. And whereas James Drinkard's leadership, kindness, and vision have shaped not only how we communicate, but also how we work together. James did not just lead us, he inspired us. He created a space where creativity thrived, every idea was valued, and we all felt empowered to contribute. If your idea is a success, then you get the credit. If your idea fails, then it's on me, James would say. One of the most valuable lessons James imparted was how to connect your why. He constantly reminded us that purpose lies at the core of everything we do, and understanding it enhances not just our work, but also our relationships with one another. We will miss his sense of humor, his wisdom, and most of all, his unwavering belief in our team's ability to rise to any challenge. His impact will continue to guide us, and we will carry the many lessons we have learned from him. Thank you, James, for always bringing out the best in us. Now, therefore, we, the Mayor and City Council of the City of Alpharetta, do hereby thank James Drinkard for the positive impact he had on our community, upon us, for his leadership over the past 24 years. And we ask all citizens, employees, and supporters of the City of Alpharetta to join us in wishing him well in his retirement from the City of Alpharetta as he makes his new home and leaves his next mark in the city of Warner Robins. So proclaimed this 30th day of September, 2024, by the Mayor and City Council of the City of Alpharetta, Georgia.
So they say that if you do what you love, no day is ever work. If you do what you love for a place you love with a team that you love, it's perfect. And every day is a lot of fun and can't be beaten. And I'm here to tell you, you can't beat this team and you can't beat Alpharetta. There's just no way. If I have done anything well, it is because I'm part of the best team in the state. I've said it before, you'll never see me on an all-star list. I'm a utility player. I've kind of prided myself in saying I'm the Charlie Culberson of the city of Alpharetta. He retired last week, so I guess this is fitting, right? But in all seriousness, I want to thank every one of you, our professional staff. Being part of that team is truly, yep, there it goes. is truly an honor. But the team goes beyond that. It goes to our elected officials. My career spanned over 34 years thus far, and I've represented several cities and counties across the state. What we have here in terms of the relationship between the professional staff and our elected officials is truly one of a kind. I promise you, you won't find it anywhere else. And it's that combination and an amazing citizenry that has made it possible for Alpharetta to achieve what it has. So thank you, every one of you. Those of you who are here, those of you who are not, and those who came before, because this is truly the most blessed place on earth. Thank you all.
Now let's make sure they can get a picture of you. Move in like we like each other. Just one more thing.
Yes, sir.
It's just another small token of our appreciation for you, James. I'd like to present you with this coin. Exceptional service to the community of Alpharetta, Georgia, on behalf of the mayor and city council of the city of Alpharetta, Georgia.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So when things are going crazy in Warner Robins, you can always look fondly on that and remember how things went crazy here too. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So the next item up on our agenda is the consent agenda, and the consent agenda consists of the city council meeting minutes from the meeting of September 9th, 2024, and the financial management report for the month ending July 31st, 2024. Is there anyone who would like to remove anything from the consent agenda? Ms. Shapiro, do we have anyone that signed up for public comments on the consent agenda?
We do not have any this evening, Mayor.
However, if anyone would like to come forward, now's your chance. Seeing no one, we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve the consent agenda by Councilman Mitchell, a second by Mayor Pro Tem Merkel. Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion to approve, please vote yes. Your final council meeting here in Alpharetta has to have a technical glitch. It's just another tribute.
Screen first, Jimmy. Hit the screen.
Ah, thank you. And it does pass.
What do you think?
I can only see 3 votes, so I'm not sure how much it passed by. It is a unanimous vote. Okay. I see a no on mine. Brian, did you vote no? Okay. My screen shows you're voting no, and that really wouldn't have surprised me tonight. So it did pass unanimously?
Yes, sir. We had a count of 6 votes next to yes.
Ah, that's right. It was Councilman Heitz that was, okay, thank you. So now we'll move on to the next portion, which is the public hearing, and I'll note for the record that all 3 of these items will not be heard this evening. The item CLUP 24-04-04/MP-24-07/Z-24-12, Epic Design and Build Upper Hembry Townhomes. I believe that one was withdrawn or deferred. It was withdrawn. And item B, which was Z-24-13 DRB Group /12265 Charlotte Drive. That one has been deferred by the applicant until Monday, October 21st City Council meeting. Be heard and discussed and considered during that meeting. Third item on the agenda for public hearing was Z-24-08/V-24-08 306 Thompson Street. That item has been deferred by the applicant until Monday, December 2nd, 2024. The City Council meeting that night. This item will not be heard, discussed, or considered during this meeting this evening. So there are none of those items to be heard tonight. Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards?
We do not, Mr. Mayor.
However, if anyone would like to come forward with a public comment, now's your chance. Seeing none, we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council? Oh, excuse me. Any reports? Councilman Dorito.
Yes, Mayor. Unfortunately, we don't have a big crowd here tonight. Maybe there's a lot of people listening online, but I just want to make comments regarding the most recent hurricane that came through the south here, and I want to acknowledge all the professionals of the city of Alpharetta, starting with our city administrator, Chris Lagerbloom, who did an excellent job in coordinating and preparing the city for the worst. Thank God that didn't happen here. But to public safety, the IT department, Public Works, everybody was involved in being prepared for this storm. And had it hit, I think our city professionals did an excellent job coordinating, and I give a lot of credit to our city administrator for pulling all the resources together and being prepared for the worst. And thank God the worst didn't happen.
So I do believe we have an executive session this evening. Is that correct?
That is correct, Mr. Mayor. 2 items, litigation, no action anticipated after the executive session.
Okay, thank you, sir. Do we have a motion to adjourn into executive session?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to adjourn into executive session.
Second.
I have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Merkel, a second by Councilman Dorito. All those in favor of adjourning into executive session, please vote yes. And it does pass unanimously. So we'll be adjourned for a few minutes. So do we have a motion to reconvene?
So moved.
Have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem. Do we have a second? Second by Councilman Dorito. All those in favor of reconvening City Council meeting, please vote yes. And we are reconvened. It is unanimous. Do we have a motion to adjourn? We have a motion by Councilman Mitchell, second by Mayor Pro Tem. All those in favor of the motion to adjourn this council meeting, please vote yes.
Anything to sign?
And it does pass unanimously. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time. Come for ice cream.